Continuing on with the ERISP report, Detective Senior Constable Reason, question 220 at 11:39. A military tribunal? Answer. We're not here to fight with you. We're not here to argue with you, but you people have to understand that we're standing in our lawful capacity, and you people as a foreign military have to respect that. You have to respect that, otherwise it's a war crime. This is what I'm trying to get through to you people, is that you have to respect the law, international law. I'm standing within my international law, and I'm adhering to the laws that I'm obligated to adhere to, and so should you. If you cross that line, you should be punished. If I cross that line, I should be punished. If people want to take that law into their own hands, they should be punished. I'm not here to I never once told anybody to rise up against the police violently. I've had spelling mistake interactions with the police at the Shrine of Remembrance in Melbourne at Mawson Park. I mean, I'm sure you have access to that video footage. You will see I was completely peaceful. I was non-belligerent. I didn't argue with them. I just told them how it was. And when I laid it out, for instance, the Fourth Geneva Convention of 1949, Chapter 5, Article 93, which states that you, the foreign military, have to allow us, the peaceful civilians, every latitude to attend the military, to attend a religious service of our faith. The people of Melbourne and the people in Campbelltown adhered to that, and they left us alone. For ERISP interview, Ewa Kiskonen, dated 30 July 2020, paragraphs 29, 28. 29. This ERISP should be read against the background of the defendant's articulated position in an email 7 May 2020 sent to Detective Senior Constable Gatwood that was not the subject of a charge, which included these propositions. Hi James, you will find attached several papers you should take the time to read. They lay out a number of things of importance pertaining to the military occupation of our Kingdom of Australia and a foreign crown pretending to be our proper crown, which you serve. These papers are unrebuttably accurate, and you should take the time to read them. Feel free to try to rebut them. A retired magistrate has even read the two, titled Realm and ... and agreed they are indeed correct. Now I know you have been watching the videos I have posted, and for our conversation today, I see you are at least checking that I know what I am talking about, and I appreciate it. Thanks. Good to know you're paying attention. When do you read through the Australian Treaty Series, in particular Hague 4, Customs of War on Land, you will find that this is the primary document that allows for our military occupation, and Australia Day actually represents the day that treaty came into effect, being our official military occupation. Article 1. The contracting powers shall issue instructions to their armed land forces which shall be in conformity with the regulations respecting the laws and customs of war on land, annexed to the present convention. This would include the Lever Code as the regulations or field manual that you must follow as the occupying force. as a subsidiary of the United States technically, although now controlled by the United Nations under the Crown of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, being the St Edward's Crown. I also included a somewhat detailed paper I put together titled Timeline, which points out key historical events that led spelling mistake, to where we are today, ... Have fun proving that wrong also, ... End quote. There is other correspondence in similar vein later in May and in June 2020. What is clear is that the police are trying to skew it as if the responsibility lay with Dewar, when the responsibility actually lay with themselves. And pointed out very clearly is these links to these international obligations at which one side was at least attempting to abide by. And the other side, if you could call them sides, at which we've already acknowledged in this document, the other side hasn't abided by these. Now, there may be some ignorance in both parties here, but the general consensus at the moment is that within a time frame there was ample opportunity to deal with evidence in a manner that would have shown a lot more professionality from the police's side. To me, it looks like they've just hashed all of this together at the last minute, thinking that they could get the upper hand over something that is a little bit more in-depth at law. This game of thuggery needs to stop, because there have always been questions at law. And those questions, the longer they remain unanswered, give credence to everything that's said. And that's the one thing that needs to be, I suppose, acknowledged in this. It's like the elephant in the room that everyone doesn't want to address, is that there are core foundational facts that are, and answers should be forthcoming, rather than the fist of fury of the state.